smaller niche, because we did promote the shit out of it. But yeah, it was definitely a smaller crowd, but it was a fun time, and I don't regret it at all.
I bet, man. And that's the thing about what you're into. I'm sorry. But what you're into is horror movies in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you went to MONSTERPALOOSA this weekend.
I did.
And how was that, man? Can you please elaborate on your experiences?
Well, I've been going for a few years now, and each year it's pretty awesome. They always have different genre celebrities that show up. We had Jason Patrick and
nice.
And then James Jude Courtney this year, a bunch of people. The big one being Bruce Campbell of fucking Evil Dead, which was nuts.
I'm sure you went to his panel.
I did. I stood in line for that for a while. I stood in line for hours to meet him. I did get to meet him.
Nice.
And he was actually a gentleman. He was really nice.
Nice.
And he's kind of... he has this reputation of being a smart ass, and he can be kind of mean and stuff from what I've heard. And that's completely, he debunked that by himself, and it was so awesome. And it comes back to that, it's not, you don't ever want to say, oh, don't ever meet your heroes. It's just picking better heroes.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yes.
So yeah, Bruce Campbell is he's awesome. And coming back to MONSTERPALOOSA, it's always fun seeing all the vendors, and you can get a lot of really cool industry discounts if you're into like special effects or any kind of makeup or anything. Even for Halloween, you can get super realistic masks, t-shirts, all kinds of things, lots and lots of artwork, and it's not all just horror. You got sci-fi, you have all kinds of stuff. We had fucking Pee Wee Herman was there.
I know. I saw the flyer. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was nuts. MONSTERPALOOSA, if you've never been, MONSTERPALOOSA itself is in Pasadena, California. And then you have Son of MONSTERPALOOSA that happens in September of every year. So we still have that. That's like the baby convention, which is also really cool. It's just like a smaller version of Monster. So if you missed Monster and you want to check it out and don't want to wait until, next April, I highly recommend going to check out Son of MONSTERPALOOSA. There's a huge feeling of love and great vibes in the building when everyone gets together, and you're all into the same thing, and it's a very fun time. Highly recommend it. Check it out.
Yeah, I need to go. I need to go with one. I need to go with you certain times.
Yeah.
To these cons. I know I'm going to be with you through to Pin and Patch Con. That's coming. Was it July?
June.
Yes. June, everybody. June.
Early June.
I know you have a pin and a pin company, a merch company.
I do. Yeah.
So how did that come up?
Why did I start making merch? Well, being of course, you grew up with me in high school. I've always been into subculture. A little punk rock kid, and I've always loved sewing and crafts and patches, and I used to sew my fucking pants and all kinds of stuff, and it was just... And then when I started seeing this huge... I've always collected buttons and pins and stuff, and when I saw that this started becoming a real cultural movement, I was like, oh, well, I could just take these ideas, and mash up different things and create my own stuff. And I feel like that's the thing, is with so many people, they just think that they're incapable of doing something, and so they won't do it. Or even if they have the idea, they won't ever go through with it. So it was just me kind of coming up with my own brand and really pushing to make it a reality. And it's called A Pin Apart. For the people who don't know, A Pin Apart, like I guess my brand name, I chose it because I'm a huge Tarantino fan. And his company, or his original company, it was called A Band Apart. His film
nice.
Crew, yeah. Which is actually, A Band Apart is an old French film, I believe. And so I was like, oh, that would be fucking clever. Just call it a pin apart and then do the same font, you know. And it's interesting. I don't know how many people really get it, but that's the thing, is I just think it's fun. And we have a few really cool releases up. If you're interested in the Store Envy page, it's a pin apart .storeenvy.com, and we have like different handmade bags, all pop culture references, some chokers, some enamel pins of different kind of inspired by different pop culture stuff, cartoons and movies and what have you. T-shirts, we've been printing T-shirts for a lot of the movie events that we've done.
I know I picked up one for Blue Valentine. That shit's dope. I wear it all the time, actually.
Yeah, yeah. We printed those specifically for that movie screening, but we do have the leftovers up on the shop now.
Oh, nice.
So if you're into Blue Valentine or Ryan Gosling or Michelle Williams, or you love that filmmaker, go check them out. The sizes are running low right now, so pick one up if you want.
Yeah, I do want to say those are good quality shirts, man. I've long, when people try to sell their merch on me, I always look at their shirts and their quality. Just simply because to me, if a shirt feels good, then I don't give a fuck what it has on it. It can have anything, and I would fucking wear it. And if it's a good fit, I would fucking wear it. But going back to Drop the Mic, I know we've kind of swerved on there.
No, it's okay.
But so for the 100 episode, I know we did something crazy, and we actually did a live review of Cruel Intentions.
Yeah,
that was interesting. I wanted to ask you, what was the initial reception of everybody when we released the episode?
It was listened to way more times in the first couple days than a lot of the other episodes. I will tell you that. I don't know if it was because Cruel Intentions was relevant for the anniversary at the time, but yeah, we got a lot of hits on that one. And I mean, it was a fun experience. We definitely need to, if we ever try to work out the commentary again, we need to. I just need more time to edit, because see, we had our 100th episode and then Blue Valentine screening the same week. Same week, and I usually edit on Thursdays, and Thursdays was the show. So then all my energy went into making Blue Valentine a hit, because that's where we were actually making money that night, and we did make our money back, and that's that keeps everything that I in my mind going, or this whole idea, funded. Yeah. Because all the money that I make, I try to put it back into stuff for the podcast, or because I pay to keep up our archive every day. I pay so that people can listen to it, and a lot of people don't know that. They probably think it's just free and just just sitting there, but no, I put money into everything. I've bought all new, you guys would laugh if you knew what we were recording on
right now.
Not right now, but when we started compared to right now, we've made a huge leap in technology, and that's fun, and it's all, I guess, to kind of document what we love and hope people enjoy it. And by the turnouts of all the shows and all the hits that we've been getting on all the episodes, it seems like we're doing something right. So I'm pretty excited.
And I think people have the misconception of a podcast in general, where they think it's easy, just record, just that's it, you could just shoot the shit or whatever, and so there's a lot of work go into it. And I don't think a lot of people realize what what podcasters have to go through. It's the same thing with releasing content on YouTube. I don't think I've seen some of the stuff that YouTubers do, and you could kind of tell their techniques are a little whack.
Yeah.
But they're learning. You know what? Some of that stuff that they're learning, you have to go to fucking graphic school to fucking learn and shit. Mm-hmm. And so I applaud you for having the courage to do this, because not a lot of people would have ever had the courage to just go on, hear themselves all the fucking time, and record themselves, and having numerous followings, and it's always a fucking blast to have you around and stuff. But I want to cut it short this time.
Okay.
I actually want to keep it short for the first couple of episodes.
All right.
And I just want to thank Wesley for being here for Woodward Behavior today. I know where we can find... can you please set us your handle on... you can tell us your handle on Instagram,
yeah,
or if you have a Facebook or stuff like that.
So our handle for the Drop the Mic podcast is just _podcast. You should be able to find us pretty easily. And that's me and James run that simultaneously together. We do trailer edits, video edits, weekly recommendations, all kinds of stuff on there. If you want to hear about what we're going to be talking about next, or if you need help with finding a link to a certain episode, should be there. I also do have a Facebook. If you look me up, just Wesley Swanson. I'm not very active on Facebook, but you can follow me, and I will follow you back, or however it is, add you, add a friend, whatever you call it. Yeah.
Nice. So, with that being said, I know this is being recorded on the same time as we're going to record the show, Drop the Mic. But I want to thank Wesley again for being here. I know we're absent with James not being here right now.
Shout out to him, man.
But shout out to James. He's a good guy. I love him to death. He's my part of the team. So I just want to tell you guys, thank you for listening. This is the first inaugural show of Rude Behavior, and there's more to come. I think next time we're gonna have Carlos Escobar, and I know Leopoldo from Border X Brewing Company here in San Diego, located in Border X. In Barrio Logan. And we're gonna have those guys because they have a really interesting story. I never told you about them, but so these guys grew up together for since they were 5 years old. And they've had this long friendship that turned into actually working with one of the biggest breweries in Barrio Logan and stuff. So their love of beer just crossed over. Their friendship crossed over for the love of beer.
Oh, sure.
So those guys are going to be up next. I know in the third episode, I'm already planned out most of my 5 episodes.
That's good, man. That's good.
But I have those guys, and then I have Jovan Gonzalez, but he is a brewer. He used to brew for Border X, but now he brews for another brewery. But we're gonna have him on there, talk about beer, talk about his origins, talk about all this good stuff that we have going on. And if you're interested, I do photography as well. My handle is at Diego Luna 619. I am also with Drop the Mic, and I also have my own production group called DNA Productions. Along with my friend Anthony, we do videos and we do photography as well. So with that being said, see you guys later. Take a listen to Drop the Mic. Again, we're going to be featuring this week. What are we going to be featuring?
Attack the Block.
Attack the Block. If you guys have never seen this movie, it's going to be fucking amazing. I just saw the trailer for it. Alright guys, have a good one. See you soon.
Good night.
Good night.